The world around you is often loud, filled with the clatter of expectations, the weight of responsibility, and the constant hum of worry that seems to follow you from the moment you wake until you finally close your eyes. In the midst of all that noise, there is a singular, quiet moment that has just occurred, a moment that carries more weight than all the years of struggle you have endured. Imagine, if you can, a shift in the very fabric of existence that took place less than half an hour ago. This was not a physical movement that could be measured by instruments or seen with human eyes, but a spiritual breakthrough that has redirected the course of your life forever. You are being invited to pause right now, to set aside the distractions of the world, and to listen with a heart that is ready to be healed. This message is not a product of chance or a random encounter with a piece of content. It is a direct, purposeful communication meant for your soul, because the time of your painful waiting and your silent tears has reached its absolute conclusion. For so many years, you have carried a narrative of struggle. You have defined yourself by the things that went wrong, the people who left you, and the dreams that seemed to wither before they could ever bloom. You have lived in a state of constant preparation for the next crisis, waiting for the other shoe to drop because that is what experience has taught you to expect. But a divine voice is speaking to you now, telling you that the storm clouds have not just thinned, they have completely dissipated. The light that is breaking through is not a temporary flicker. It is the beginning of a permanent day. You must understand that the trials you knew were never intended to be your final destination. They were the fire that refined the gold within you, the pressure that turned the coal of your endurance into the diamond of your character. Every night you cried yourself to sleep, every moment you felt utterly abandoned by the world, and every silent prayer you whispered into what felt like an empty void was heard. Not a single tear was wasted, and not a single heartbeat of pain was ignored. The transition that happened exactly 28 minutes ago in the unseen places has begun to break the chains that have bound your spirit for decades. These are the chains of generational patterns, the chains of self-doubt, and the heavy iron links of a past that refused to stay behind you. You have carried these burdens for far too long, and your strength has often faded under the weight. You have watched as betrayal wounded your heart, leaving scars that made it difficult to trust anyone again. You have felt the sting of being forgotten by those you once helped, and the confusion of being rejected by those you once loved. In those moments, you likely felt worthless, as if your life had no divine meaning or purpose. But the truth is that your value was never tied to the opinions of people who could not see your heart. Your value is rooted in a love that never changes and a purpose that cannot be canceled by human error. As you step into this new chapter, you must realize that you are entering a season filled with peace, joy, and victory. This is not just a poetic promise or a hopeful thought. It is your new reality. The spiritual walls that were built by the enemy to keep you in a state of lack and fear have begun to crumble. The lies that told you that you would always be sick, always be broke, and always be alone are being silenced by the roar of divine truth. Angels are surrounding you right now, performing work that your physical senses cannot yet detect. They are dismantling the infrastructure of anxiety in your mind and replacing it with a peace that surpasses all understanding. This peace is not the absence of trouble, but the presence of a power that is greater than any trouble. You are being restored in every area where you were diminished. Relationships that were broken beyond repair will either be healed or replaced by connections built on genuine love and mutual respect. Financial struggles that have kept you in a state of survival are being turned into a flow of abundance and provision. The confusion that once clouded your vision is being replaced with a sharp clarity and a renewed sense of direction. There is a serious warning that accompanies this breakthrough, and it is one you must hear with total focus. As the chains fall away, you must resist the urge to look back or to pick up the very things that have just been taken from you. It is a strange human tendency to feel a sense of comfort in our familiar miseries. We sometimes return to toxic patterns because we know them better than we know the freedom of the unknown. But you are being told clearly, do not go back. Do not return to the people who devalued you. Do not return to the habits that enslaved you, and do not entertain the thoughts that made you feel small. Moving forward requires a special kind of courage, the courage to walk into a beautiful, new territory without the crutch of your past pain. If you choose to look back, you risk missing the full extent of the blessings that are being poured out on you right now. Your future depends on your willingness to be obedient to this new direction and your readiness to walk hand in hand with the one who has called you out of the darkness. Remember deeply who you are in this moment. You are not a mistake, you are not a failure, and you are not a byproduct of your circumstances. You are a child of the Most High, chosen and called for an incredible purpose. You were created with an intentionality that spans across time and space. Every detail of your life has meaning, even the parts that felt like a waste. Your life is a masterpiece in progress, and the Creator is not finished with you yet. No betrayal can define you, and no mistake can disqualify you from the love that is being offered to you. This love is the only thing that truly defines your identity. It is a love that stays when everyone else leaves, and a love that believes in you when you have stopped believing in yourself. Open your heart fully to this reality, and let go of the bitterness that has acted like a poison in your spirit. Let go of the anger you have held against yourself and others. As you release these things, you make room for a miracle that is beyond your imagination. You might find yourself wondering why the process took so long. You might feel a sense of regret for the years that seemed to be eaten away by sorrow, but the divine timing is perfect, and it is never late. The years you spent in the wilderness were not a punishment, they were a preparation. You were being taught how to hear a voice that speaks in the silence. You were being trained to stand firm when the ground beneath you was shaking. If the doors of blessing had opened before you were ready, the weight of the harvest might have crushed you. But now, you have been strengthened by the fire. You have been matured by the waiting. You have a humility that only comes through being broken, and a faith that only comes through surviving the storm. You are now a vessel that can carry the glory of what is about to happen. You are standing at the doorstep of miracles, and the hardest part of your journey is officially over. As you step forward boldly into your destiny, keep your eyes fixed on the source of your strength. Do not let your mind wander back to the what-ifs or the if-onlys. The present moment is sacred, and the future is secure. You are stepping into a time where prayers will be answered with a suddenness that will take your breath away. You are moving into a space where favor will find you in places you never expected to be. This is a time of suddenlies. Suddenly, the healing will manifest. Suddenly, the debt will be canceled. Suddenly, the door will open. But even as the blessings flow, remember to stay close to the one who gives them. Do not chase the gift and forget the giver. Stay in a state of constant communication and gratitude, for that is where your true power lies. Your life is becoming a living testimony, a sign to everyone who knew you in your broken state that there is a power that can raise the dead and restore the shattered. You have spent a lot of time being strong for everyone else. You have been the pillar for your family, the listener for your friend, and the one who kept it all together while you were crumbling inside. You put on a smile when your heart was in pieces, and you continued to give even when your own well was dry. None of that went unnoticed. The selfless love you showed and the endurance you displayed were like seeds planted in a hidden garden. Today, those seeds are starting to sprout. You are about to see the harvest of every kind word you spoke when you were hurting and every act of generosity you performed when you had little. It is finally your turn. The voices of your past that mocked you and told you that you were forgotten will now fall silent. A new voice is rising within you, a voice of praise, a voice of authority, and a voice of truth. This message is personal. It is not a general word for the masses. It is a specific word for you, the one reading these words right now. Your name is known, your history is understood, and your future is already mapped out. The enemy wanted you to believe that your life was essentially over and that you had missed your window of opportunity. He wanted you to live in the shadow of too late. But there is no such thing as too late in the divine economy. You are being raised up from the ashes. You are being lifted out of the pit of despair. The delay is over, the confusion is ending, and the shame is being washed away. From this moment on, let your faith rise to a new level. You may have been weary of hoping, but fresh hope is being breathed into your spirit. Let yourself dream again. Let your heart imagine a life that is not defined by survival, but by abundance and joy. You will find that you fight your future battles differently now. You won't fight from a place of fear or desperation, but from a place of victory. You will fight with peace and confidence because you know you are not fighting alone. The outcome has already been decided, and the decision is in your favor. The people who tried to stop you are hurt. You will no longer have power over your emotions or your destiny. Their opinions are like dust in the wind, but the word spoken over your life stands like a mountain. Start speaking life again. Use your words to declare the healing, the provision, and the joy that you are stepping into. Your words have power, and when you align them with divine truth, they create a pathway for miracles to travel upon. You are being elevated into a position of influence, not for your own ego, but so that you can show the world what a surrendered heart can look like. You will walk into rooms with a boldness that you didn't have before. You will speak with a wisdom that comes from the depths of your experience. The light within you will shine so brightly that it will break the chains of those around you. You will become a healer of hearts and a bringer of hope to those who are currently where you used to be. Do not dim your light to make others feel comfortable. You were called to shine, and you were called to lead. The anointing on your life is real, and it is heavy, and it is for this specific time in history. Rest in the knowledge that you are safe. You are surrounded by a shield of favor that the enemy cannot penetrate. Breathe in the peace that is being offered to you and let it settle deep in your bones. The racing thoughts and the how will it happen questions need to stop. You don't need to know the how when you know the who. The one who created the stars and set the earth in motion is the one who is taking care of your life. He is not overwhelmed by your problems, and he is not surprised by your mistakes. He is your faithful friend and your sovereign king. Trust the process, even when you don't understand the steps. The journey may have been long and difficult, but the destination is more beautiful than you could ever imagine. As this message sinks into your spirit, let a sense of gratitude wash over you. You are in the middle of a miracle. You are the subject of a divine rescue mission. The weight is lifting, the tears are slowing, and a new song is beginning to rise from your soul. This is your moment. This is your shift. This is your breakthrough. From this day forward, you will no longer be defined by your pain, but by your promise. You will no longer be known by your struggle, but by your success. Everything is changing. Everything is new. And you are walking into the fullness of all that was prepared for you from the beginning of time. Keep your heart soft and your ears open. The conversation between you and the divine is not ending, it is just beginning. There is so much more to say and so much more to show you. Stay in the light, stay in the love, and stay in the peace. You are precious, you are whole, and you are free. The season of sorrow has officially set, and the morning of your joy has finally dawned. Walk forward with your head held high, for you are a child of the light, and your path is shining brighter and brighter with every step you take. In the days to come, you will notice small changes that signal the arrival of this new season. It might be a sudden phone call that brings good news, an unexpected financial blessing, or simply a feeling of lightness in your chest that hasn't been there in years. These are the physical manifestations of the spiritual shift that occurred. Do not dismiss them as coincidences. Acknowledge them as markers of your progress. You have moved from a place of being under the circumstances to a place of being above them. You are now operating from a position of power and grace. There will be moments when the old shadows try to creep back into your mind. The memory of a failure or the sting of an old wound might try to distract you from the beauty of the present. When that happens, you must speak to those shadows. Remind them that they belong to a person who no longer exists. You have been made new. You have been washed clean. You have been given a fresh start with no expiration date. The past has no legal claim on your future. You have been redeemed, and your redemption is complete. The strength you feel rising in you now is not something you manufactured through willpower or effort. It is a gift. It is the life of the Spirit flowing through your veins. This strength will allow you to do things you never thought possible. You will have the energy to pursue your dreams, the patience to handle challenges, and the love to give to those who are difficult to love. You are becoming a beacon of light in a world that can often be dark. Your life will point people toward the truth that no one is too far gone, and no situation is too hopeless for a divine intervention. You should also expect a restoration of your physical health and vitality. The stress and trauma of the past years have taken a toll on your body, but the one who created you is also the one who heals you. As your mind finds peace, your body will find rest. You will feel a renewal of your youth and a surge of new energy. Strength is being poured into your muscles and health is being spoken over your bones. You are being made whole in every sense of the word, spirit, soul, and body. The relationships that are entering your life now will be different from the ones you had in the past. You will no longer be surrounded by people who only want to take from you or who try to dim your light. You will be drawn to those who see your value and who encourage your growth. These are divine connections, people who are assigned to walk with you in this new territory. They will provide the support, the wisdom, and the friendship that you have longed for. You will no longer have to carry the weight of the world alone. As you continue to walk in this freedom, remember to keep your heart humble. The blessings you are receiving are not just for your own comfort, but so that you can be a blessing to others. The more you give, the more you will receive. The more you love, the more love will surround you. This is the law of the divine kingdom, and it is a law that works in your favor. Your life is an investment, and the returns on that investment are going to be eternal. There is a peace that is settling over your home and your family as well. The conflicts that once seemed unsolvable are beginning to melt away. A spirit of unity and understanding is taking the place of tension and discord. Your loved ones will see the change in you, and it will have a ripple effect on them. You are a gatekeeper for your family, and as you walk in victory, you open the door for them to walk in it too. Your children and your children's children will benefit from the breakthrough you are experiencing today. Embrace this new chapter without fear, for the time of hesitation has passed. If you have hidden away a dream or silenced a calling because you felt the window had closed or your strength had faded, now is the moment to bring it back into the light. The barriers that once blocked your path have been dismantled, leaving you with a clear road ahead. With divine support anchoring your journey, you possess everything necessary to thrive. Whether you are pursuing a professional transition, launching a creative endeavor, or entirely redefining your lifestyle, commit to it with your whole heart. You were designed for a life of significance, and the season to reveal your true potential has arrived. The atmosphere around you is changing. The heaviness is gone, and the air feels fresh and full of possibility. You are breathing in the oxygen of heaven. Every breath you take is a reminder that you are alive for a reason. You are here to make a difference. You are here to leave a legacy. You are here to be a witness to the goodness of the divine in the land of the living. As you look back on the journey that brought you to this moment, you will see that every step was necessary. Even the detours and the delays had a purpose. They were all part of a grand design that is more complex and more beautiful than any human plan. You can rest in the fact that your life is being directed by a wisdom that sees the end from the beginning. You are in good hands, and those hands will never let you go. Your heart is now a sanctuary of peace. The noise of the world may continue, but it no longer has the power to disturb your inner calm. You have found the secret place of the Most High, and you are dwelling under the shadow of the Almighty. In this place there is no fear. In this place there is only love. In this place you are completely and totally yourself, the person you were always meant to be. The miracles that are coming are not a one-time event. They are a way of life. You are stepping into a lifestyle of favor where you expect goodness to follow you every day. You wake up with an expectation of wonder, and you go to sleep with a heart full of gratitude. This is the normal state for a child of the light. You have left the land of barely enough, and you have entered the land of more than enough. So take a deep breath and smile. The transition is complete. The shift has happened. The chains are gone. You are free to love, free to give, free to dream, and free to live. The world is waiting for the light that you carry. Go out and shine with the brilliance of someone who has been met by the divine and changed forever. Your story is no longer about what you went through. It is about who you have become. And who you have become is absolutely beautiful. Continue to listen for that still, small voice that guides you. It will never lead you astray. It will always point you toward the path of life and peace. As long as you stay connected to the source, your light will never grow dim and your strength will never fail. You are a permanent resident of the kingdom of grace, and all the resources of that kingdom are available to you. Everything is new, everything is bright, everything is exactly as it should be. You are home, you are loved, you are whole. Amen.